just wanna be heard from your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curve, like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my whole team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like what, and it feel like.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Houston Texans. So here's Kaimi Fairbairn to do the honors. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate.
And right away, he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down now. It's Miller, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. They'll run with Miller, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Watson, and he's got the completion to Hopkins. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Watson. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Texans 7, Ravens nothing. Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Jackson. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. On 3rd and 1, Jackson forced out to his left. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now the pass brought in by Roberts. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
That's right, baby.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson buying time to his left. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run here with Ingram. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And again, it's Ingram. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Tighten down. There you go.
Watson on 1st down. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. The 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Houston. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Texans have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Texans football to start quarter 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Fairbairn now to kick this one away.
Good work.
boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson, they go screen. This is Ingram. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson escaping the pressure right. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Throwing is Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sets.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Texans push further out in front.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Steps away, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he's got Snead. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
That's good for Baltimore. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. There goes Mark Ingram. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are back within a single score. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Now a first down throw. Watson steps away to his left. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. They'll run on first down. Miller, and very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 25-yard line. Watson in the offense going to come up first and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 16-yard line.
From the 16, Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. One man in the backfield, that's Miller, second and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Texans push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Second half begins with a run from Miller. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Miller. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Switch. Jim.
After the penalty, it's Miller. Tackle made there by Josh Bynes.
He was brought down by Josh Bynes.
On 2nd down, it's Miller. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st. Watson now to throw. Finding Fouts complete. 30. Past the 20. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A huge play there for Houston. 43 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Carlos Hyde in the game. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Texans push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Get ready. Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
He'll run it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. To throw again on second down. Jackson. Flushed out right. He uncorks it for Snead. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. There he goes, right side. And he will have a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Backed up now from their own 4 as they come up second down.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. 10-24. Mike 48.
From his goal line here, Watson, and Thomas has it. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. They'll find Miller. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Again, it's Watson. Open man, the tight end fouls. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a first down there to the tight end.
Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Watson looks to throw again. Dancing to his left. And he's taken down inside the 30. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
And the Texans first down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Watson. This is Miller, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good, solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield, goes underneath, nice gain.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
From the red zone now, Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Watch the edge. Short. Right, 36 to Mike.
You don't know no better. Mike, 36.
Here we go on 4th. Watson, he'll bite, and got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Good job.
Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And it's a touchdown.
Touchdown,
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Next to score, Texans 56, Ravens 17. Tiny Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we...
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now Watson. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. And he whips that one incomplete there. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Looking for his tight end, Fells, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This pass into the arms of Snead. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. Now it's Jackson. Snead's got it. And he's stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Jackson looking to throw on third. Being chased out left. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it's a second down. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Tucker now for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
Texans 56, Ravens 24.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Here's Watson. He completes this into the hands of Miller. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the